In this Starfield news update video, I will be sharing with you some big breaking news. The game is coming to PS5 according to reports, and a new update for the game has been announced. We've got some of its features, release time frame info and more in this video, so make sure you do stick around until the end, and subscribe so you don't miss any future news updates on this game. Before we do get into the information about the game releasing on the PS5, let's talk about the next update coming to the game. So Bethesda announced in a tweet a couple of days ago that they are excited to bring AMD's FSR 3 technology to Starfield via Steam Beta this week. Typically, Bethesda have been releasing Starfield updates on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so it could be as soon as that. I will be making a video as soon as the update does go live though, so make sure you stay subscribed for that. Bethesda do note that this FSR 3 update will be made available to all PC players later this month ahead of our next scheduled update. It was just last week that Bethesda released the biggest update to Starfield yet for Xbox and all PC users. It came out of Steam Beta, so it's pretty cool that we are getting another quick update for the game, and FSR 3, if you don't know, will help boost frame rates on the PC version. It's an improved version of the FSR 2 upscaling technology already in the game, so no matter what brand your GPU is, you are able to use it, but Nvidia users probably will still want to use DLSS. It has been speculated that FSR 3 could be coming to Xbox at some point for some games. However, from my understanding, AMD recommends using FSR 3 when the game is running over 60 frames per second. Well, Starfield is not 60 on console, so I don't believe they're going to be able to implement it, but who knows. Bethesda note in another tweet that this upcoming update to the Steam Beta this week will also contain a change to form IDs, which should improve stability for saves that have visited many locations. I have had so many comments from people asking me, will form IDs ever be fixed? They probably won't ever be fixed, but Bethesda say they have made changes and it should fix the issues you've been facing. That's great news, and I'm very excited to see this roll out to everyone because it seems, at least from my audience, that it's mostly been happening on the Xbox version. Now moving on to, I would say, the far bigger news, which came as a massive surprise late last night. Starfield is coming to the PS5, according to reliable reports it seems. For several weeks now, there have been rumours of Microsoft releasing some games such as Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves on the PS4 and 5, as well as the Nintendo Switch. Whilst Sea of Thieves is a much older game and Hi-Fi Rush is a smaller game that makes sense for a platform like the Switch, there was a huge dam of leaks coming out last night. So Xbox Era released a report saying that, according to their sources that wish to remain anonymous, Starfield is in the works for PS5. According to the sources that Xbox Era spoke to, Microsoft are planning a launch for Starfield on the PlayStation 5 after the release of the Shattered Space DLC, which will be coming to the Xbox and PC this year. We've known for some time now from Bethesda that this expansion is aiming to release at some point this year. Xbox Era say the Shattered Space expansion is still on target to arrive at some point later this year. I will now just give you an example as to how this will work. We don't have release months yet, but this is just an example. If Shattered Space, say, releases in November, then Starfield may launch on the PS5 in December, or something along those lines. It's just an idea which seems to be the plan right now. I think later this year is when most of us expected Shattered Space to release. It was probably going to release a year or so after the game did. It just makes sense. It's not some small DLC that can be made in a few months, based on what Bethesda has said. Most of the main Bethesda studio are working on Starfield, specifically this big expansion. In terms of credibility and validity, Xbox Era are not an outlet that many people would class as reliable, because some of their members do have stuff that has been spotty in the past, some stuff has been proven to be correct, other stuff has not panned out or just has not panned out yet. However, a reliable leaker called Nate the Hate has said this report is accurate. Starfield will land on PlayStation. I've heard similar, but opted to wait on reporting this information until the PS5 release timeframe was finalised. As the report states, the PS5 release will come after the arrival of the expansion DLC on Xbox/PC. To note, this is just a rumour, it's also not finalised according to these rumours, so there is still a chance that Microsoft decide to backtrack and not release this game on PS5. As expected, it has caused quite the uproar on social media. Once this report came out, a bunch of other reputable journalists reported other big games that are currently Xbox exclusives will be coming to PlayStation at a later date, such as the upcoming Indiana Jones game from Machine Games and Bethesda. It would be coming out months after its release, but still it would be coming to PS5 later down the line. It's being explored. Other people have also heard that Halo the Master Chief Collection, along with Gears of War and more, will also be making their way to Team Blue. Due to all of these leaks, rumours, and the outrage happening on both sides, Xbox will probably have to clarify their apparent pivot in strategy soon. I will make a video following this story up if we do get any additional information coming from leakers or Microsoft themselves. Xbox Era's report also had some additional details regarding the PS5 version. They say that sources have informed them Microsoft have made additional investment into PS5 dev kits to support ongoing development efforts. Previously, Starfield was in development on PS5 before Microsoft acquired Bethesda and made it an exclusive. Despite having something like nearly 20 million players now, they're obviously looking at it saying, there is like 50 million PS5s, let's release it on there now, and there's going to be 1 million more people purchase this game. This is a very interesting and contentious topic. I, for one, am happy that more people are going to be able to go and play Starfield if they don't own a PC or Xbox, but I also do feel for people that have spent $500 on an Xbox or upgraded their PC to play Starfield only for it to come to their PS5 a year or so later. Personally, a year or so is fine in my opinion. That's a long time. People will have spent hundreds of hours within Starfield, so personally I don't think it's as bad as some people think. But again, this is very interesting, and we just don't have the word from the horse's mouth yet as to how this is going to play out. I would love to hear your thoughts on what's going on here down in the comment section below. There are a couple of other things I just wanted to shout out regarding Starfield news, so they announced on the official Starfield Twitter account last week that they've partnered with the ESA, the European Space Agency, to invite you to create your very own spacesuit design inspired by Starfield, and the winner will have their design actually made into a real-life spacesuit that you can wear, which is fantastic. I think this is a really incredible competition, and if you do have some ideas for spacesuits, then definitely draw them, because there's a chance it ends up being made for something that you can actually wear. Starfield has also just been nominated for 6 awards in the National Academy of Video Games Reviewers, so it's up for Art Direction and Period Influence, Engineering, Original Role-Playing Game, Original Dramatic Score for New IP, Sound Effects, and Use of Sound in New IP. Please do let me know down in the comment section below any of your thoughts on anything I've talked about in this video, and if you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like, subscribe so you don't miss any future news updates on this game, and if you did miss any of my previous videos, click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.